What's going on, everyone? You are tuned in to a special edition of the RHTV or the Reggie Haynes Podcast. I am your host, Reggie Haynes, and this is a audio version of this episode. And today I'm just going to answer a few questions. You know, every Friday night I do 21 questions with Reggie Haynes, and I felt like I should bring that particular system over to the RHTV Podcast every now and again. So here's my first episode. There is a person here who all of my people who are asking questions, the guests who are asking questions, they will remain nameless. But the question is, Reggie, I found out that my woman was cheating on me. Have you ever been in this situation, and what would you do? I was a good man. I was paying the bills and taking care of her. You know, her family hated me from time to time, and her friends weren't really supportive. And, you know, I just feel like breaking down. What should I do? And no, we are not married, but I was thinking about it. Okay, so here's my response to this, brother. My thing is to where, bro, you dodged a major bullet. I have been in situations to where I have done so much for a woman. And mind you, this isn't bashing on our queens. This isn't bashing on women in the African community. But I will say, because all these people who are asking these questions are a part of the African community. And he was with a woman, as they say in the West, black woman, from what I'm reading here. And what I will say is you dodged a major bullet. My thing is when I was in these situations, people used to always try to force me to cry. You not hurt? Your woman left you. Your woman cheated. Oh, she out there on social media posting pictures of her sucking other people, doing all these niggas. I'm like, hey, look, this is my thing. The second that a woman steps out of our relationship, out of a commitment that she agreed to, the relationship was over right then and there. So why am I going to cry over someone? Why am I going to feel bad about someone who's not even worth crying over to begin with? This woman is nothing to me. And the people that she's surrounded herself with, the family, the toxic family members, the yes friends. And for those people that don't know what toxic family members mean, that's a person to where they never want your relationship to grow. But on the surface, in the public eye, they make it seem like, no, we're for your relationship. Everything's going to be great. Oh, yeah. They're lying. They're doing that to save face because they don't want the world to see them as they truly are. Because if the world saw them as they truly were, nobody would want to be around they sorry, toxic, inhumane, cowardice asses. So they have to pretend like they're actually good people. Majority of the people who I've seen, if not all of them, who are toxic, has no hope to turn good. They are too far gone. Going to the yes friends. A yes friend is a friend that's going to tell you what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. Every time you do something messed up, every time you make a mistake, they're going to say, oh, it's okay. You're doing good. I can't surround myself with yes friends. My best friends will tell me straight to my face, Reggie, you were wrong, and you need to right your wrongs right now. So my thing is to where, brother, from what you told me about this woman, she was misusing and abusing you, and she is not worth your time, your energy, or to be a part of your life. And I'm guaranteeing, because this has happened to me. There were times back in the day when I was sad, I was miserable. Then I started getting random knocks at the door. I started getting random phone calls, random messages. Women who were just waiting, like, Reggie, oh man, I hope this girl messes up with Reggie. I hope she messes up with Reggie. Just so they can be next in line to get with me. Not because they're like, oh man, you know, I see this sorry dude who I can take advantage of. No, they saw it as, I see a good man who deserves a good woman. So brother, believe it or not, there are some phenomenal queens out there who are watching every move that woman made when she was in that relationship. And now that she fell off and lost possibly one of the best things that's ever happened to you, or happened to her, a la you. Now these women are going to want to talk to you. These women are going to want to ask you to give them a chance. And I say, step out there, bro. You know, you've seen all the signs of a toxic, inhumane, cowardice woman, a sorry ass, nothing ass woman, a woman who's all about money, a woman who's all about not doing for herself, not trying to help you build. All she knows how to do is take. That's why they call them suckers. They're always sucking men, drive their resources. Now it's time for you to move on to someone who is going to appreciate you, who's going to uphold the vows and the commitment that you made. Because these sorry ass women out here who are cheating and then parading around and the sorry ass people that they're surrounded by, I guarantee you put them in the room by themselves for 30 minutes. And guess what? They won't be able to live with themselves because they're going to be surrounded by all the things, the toxic, inhumane, cowardice things that they did. A lot of these people don't even take accountability, if not all of them. And accountability is a way of progressing. So I guarantee after these women cheat, after these people justify them cheating, they're always going to give a sorry ass excuse. Well, you know how these men are, but you weren't that man. But she treated you as if you were. She allowed a sorry ass man to come into her life and do her that way, damage her to a point of no return. And then when she finally gets a good man, she don't know how to treat him. So now it's over for her. All the people who surrounded by her are part of the problem. They have to deal with their own issues. They're going to continue to be degrading their lives from time on until they realize what they've been, doing for this whole time, if they ever do. And once they realize they have a lot of wrongs to be righted, you, on the other hand, you keep doing what you're doing, brother. You go out there, you find you a queen that deserves you, and don't look back at all. And I'm glad that you said you guys weren't married. Now you have no attachments. Anything that she has that she owns, or that you own, that you gave her, don't even ask for it back. My mom taught me that when I was going through my breakup and I was living with this woman, and it actually happened on 2 occasions. My mom was like, don't go back and try to fight for stuff. She was like, Reggie, you could always replace that stuff. You don't need to go back, because women and men. Well, I've never been a woman who's dead. My point is, I've never been with a man. I've only been with women. But from what my mom told me is that, look, men, and, for me, I've seen it that women will grab things that you possess in order to try to pull you back. You want this back. You want that back. You got to come over here and get it. Nope. Do not step into her realm ever again. Do not associate yourself with anyone who's associated with her, because all of these people are going to try to pull you back into a toxic situation that you should have never been in to begin with. And it ain't your fault, because you got a lot of people who, like I said earlier, these toxic family members, they pretend like they're something that they're not, to pull you into their life so they can suck you dry of all their resources. So my thing is this, man. At the end of the day, stay away from them completely. Move on with your life and find a queen that you deserve to be with. And that's my take, because I'm guaranteeing you, brother, there's a whole bunch of queens out there that's seeing you, watching you, and they want to be with you. I've been there. Trust me. There's people who always, when I'm in a relationship, they like, man, I'm hoping that she falls off so I could get Reggie. I'm telling you, this is how they talk. So my thing is, brother, that one queen, that female, that did what she did is not worth your tears, not worth your time, not worth being a part of any of your life. You're going to move on to bigger and better things. Again, this is Reggie Haynes. You all have tuned in to another edition of the RHTV Podcast. We are going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages. Reggie Haynes here, and I had a few seconds to talk about a new brand called Art of the Covenant. Well, it's not really new, but it's new to you if you're a listener for the first time. Art of the Covenant, sponsored in part by Queen Edwina and King Kwame. They bring historical facts and evidence that proves that the original people are African, melanated, and as they say in the West, black. So do whatever you can to support Art of the Covenant, and you won't regret it. Peace. And we're back on the RHTV Podcast. So today I have been answering questions, or I'm going to be answering questions. Excuse me. It's a little bit early over here, so apologies if I'm a little tongue-tied. But yeah, I answered the question about a woman cheating on a man who said himself to be good. And now I'm moving on to the next question. Now the next question comes from an individual to where it is a female. And the question reads, hey, Reggie, love the show. Hope you're doing well. I am. Thank you so much, Queen. And they ask, Reggie, I am in a situation to where every time I look up, my community, the people who are associated with my partner who I'm dating are trying to get me imprisoned. What should I do? So first thing I'm going to tell you to do is stay away from all these people. I'm just a firm believer in stepping away from situations that you don't deserve to be in. Another thing is to where you need to document everything. Document how these people are trying to criminalize you. They're trying to make you out to be something that you're not. My thing is to where you deserve the best, so you should be treated accordingly. If people are trying to target you and incriminate you, and you are actually helped, because from what I'm reading, your profile, you've actually helped the community a hell of a lot. So yeah, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to degrade you and bring you down to their inhumane cowardice level. I hate to say this, but I've been in that situation before too. There have been situations to where many people have tried to set me up. I hate to say this, I have students who have tried to set me up that I teach. They try to borrow certain things of mine. Then when they get caught with it, oh, Reggie gave it to me. I don't know why. And now they're trying to, make it seem like I'm, letting children have my clothes. So if they get busted with it, it's my identity, not theirs, when it comes in regards to them doing something that they had no business doing. Students sneaking out of the house to come to filming sets, and then I get blamed for it. Then you have, students who be trying to do drugs, and doing things on campus. Reggie knew about it, and that's a bold-faced lie. Always document everything. I have been in situations when it's become to relationships where I'm located at. Smoking weed is not smoking weed is illegal. I was with partners who smoked weed all day, every day. I never called the police on them to raid the house, but the second that Reggie catches a temper tantrum, never put my hands on a female, but I'm throwing stuff around because I'm upset, and there's no excuse for that. I'm being told he needs to go to jail. But yet we got these weed smokers, we got these verbal and sometimes physical abuse of women, and ain't nobody trying to throw them in jail. But it's all about Reggie he needs to go to jail. I go out to certain places that I've never been to before. I'm wearing a certain type of attire. That attire gets me, basically kicked out of the facility. The person who invited me in there is apologetic, but I tell the person, no, you tried to set me up. These are certain things that you got to look out for. Queen, I'm telling you this, the ancestors, somebody is watching over you, and they don't want you to fall for the traps that these people around you are trying to set you up for. My thing is, step away and continue to do what you know is best for you. These people are not for you. These people might claim that they are, but they're not. I don't care if they're a family member, a friend, a partner, whoever. Nobody who loves you would ever try to incriminate you or throw you in jail or get you placed in prison at all, or try to just slander your name at all. These people don't love you, so keep them out of your life. When I have people like that, I say, and I excuse my French, I say, stay the fuck out of my life. Get the fuck out of here. And fuck is a rape term. They're trying to rape you negatively. They're trying to rape you in an evil sense. Stay away from them. They do not, I repeat, do not deserve to be a part of your life. So at the end of the day, I feel like you, of all people, should know that when it comes in regards to this situation, you should not be a part of it, and you have every right to walk away. You have no affiliation or no attachment, to these particular individuals, and you should not treat yourself accordingly. Step away. Be the best you that you can be. Keep doing the positive things that you're doing for the community, and surround yourself with real people. And if there's no real people in your community that you can surround yourself by, make sure that you are fine by yourself. And if there's any way that I can help, please let me know. But yeah, being in a situation where people are trying to incriminate you when you're trying to uplift them, that just goes to show that they are people that don't deserve you, and you don't need them in your life at all. Again, this is Reggie Haynes. You all have tuned in to the Reggie Haynes or the RHTV Podcast show. We're going to take another quick commercial break, and I hope to see you all after these messages. Reggie Haynes here, and I had a few seconds to talk about a new brand called Art of the Covenant. Well, it's not really new, but it's new to you if you're listening for the first time. Art of the Covenant, sponsored in part by Queen Edwina and King Kwame. They bring historical facts and evidence that proves that the original people are African, melanated, and as they say in the West, black. So do whatever you can to support Art of the Covenant, and you won't regret it. Peace. And we're back on the RHTV Podcast show. We've answered 2 questions from people who will remain nameless, and we were talking about cheating. We were talking about people trying to, call the cops on individuals. Now, right now, what we're going to, talk about is coming from the last question of the day. A person asked me, Reggie, when it comes in regards to being happy and fulfilled with your life, why is it hard to step away from people who should have never been in your life to begin with? That's a great question. Throughout the podcast episode, I've been telling people, step away from these people. I didn't say it would be easy. Us as human beings, we unfortunately get attached, especially us in the African community. We're lovers. We, in a respectful sense, we are nurturers. We are providers. We are the givers of all that is lively on this earth. And when someone hurts us, it makes us think like, nah, man, we should forgive them and pull them back into our life. And I'm here to tell you, no, don't do that. I'm not a forgiving person when it comes in regards to forgive. No. I saw what this person did. I'm not going to allow them to take advantage of me, misuse and abuse me anymore. It's time for me to move on. And it's time for me to live the most phenomenal life possible, as long as I'm not negatively affecting anyone or anything else in the process, including myself. And the only way I can negatively affect myself is if I allow toxic beings in my life. I have two best friends. One of them I talk to, more than the other. And my best friends, excuse me, I'm hitting the mic. My best friends and I, anytime they call, I know that they're not bothering me for problems or bothering me because they want money. Anytime they call, it's because I know for a fact we're catching up. These are good people. If they ever need something, it's on a rare occasion, but I know for a fact that it's because I'm going to help them get to where they're going to be for a long time. I don't have people in my life, like even when I first came to Africa, the UK, wherever, Canada, people always said, hey, I'm your brother, I'm your mother, I'm your father, I'm your sister, I'm your cousin. And then the next thing will, hey, can I borrow this? Can I borrow that? Borrow is another way of saying, let me hold on to something until you forget, so that way it can just be mine for the rest of my life. So that's what people do, whether it be money, materialistic things. That's what people do. They try to scam you all the time. And these are not your brothers. These are not your mothers. These are not your friends. These are not your allies. These are your enemies. Because at the end of the day, my best friends have taught me, without them even knowing, how to be a genuine person. A best friend is someone who, they are in full control of their life. They're not putting themselves in constant problematic situations because they know that there are other people who are connected to their life that they don't want to burden, that they don't want to keep on calling, asking, hey man, I need help. Hey man, get me out of this jam. Hey man, get me out of this particular situation. They know for a fact that good things are going to continue to happen for them or for me, and that translates to we. So my thing is to where these people who are bothering you and you're doing all these toxic things, if you start looking at the bigger picture, the whole entire picture, I feel like you will see that, nah, man, these are not people that are for you at all, which makes it easier for you to leave and find people that are for you. Abusers, misusers, toxic, inhumane cowards, they do not belong in your life. I don't give a damn who they are. You got to step away. When I started getting older, so many people started hoping that I got a negative situation so I could call them for help so they can pull me, or I could be pulled back into their life. And when that phone wasn't ringing and they saw that Reggie was doing good things, a lot of these sorry, inhumane cowards started blocking me or started going around other people saying, yeah, Reggie's doing good. I don't know. And then these other people start saying, why are you mad that Reggie's doing good? Well, because he just doesn't call me anymore. And all the things I've done for him, was like, no, you were trying to buy him off. You were trying to pull him back into your toxic world. And no wonder he doesn't want to be around you or have you be a part of his life, because I wouldn't want to be a part of someone as toxic and inhumane and cowardly as you. A lot of these people, they depend on these resources that they get in order for them to buy you off, in order for them to try to manipulate and deceive you to come back into their toxic world. But I'm here to tell you, my friend, this is your world, and these toxic, inhumane cowards do not belong in it at all. So with that being said, I hope everybody understands my message in this particular video. I hope everybody understands that at the end of the day, you're going to have a lot of inhumane cowards that's going to try to come your way, but they are not worth keeping in your life at all. You deserve to be around good people. You deserve to be around people who are always trying to uplift and encourage you every step of the way. And nobody's perfect, but at least the people who do make mistakes, they'll right their wrongs, take accountability with no guilt, no shame attached. And we, the people who have been, disrespected or put in a negative state by these good people, should never try to guilt trip them. Know that, hey, look, they mean well, and we're going to continue to do well. Again, this is Reggie Haynes. I am signing off of the RHTV Podcast episode, or / the Reggie Haynes podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. If I offended you guys, there's always a block button. But all in all, I just wanted to do something different, answer some questions on this lovely Saturday morning. And I hope you all enjoyed the rest of your day. This is Reggie Haynes. I'm signing off. Peace and love.